Ahoy, mateys! Who's ready to blow some bubbles? Hey everyone, Captain Bubblebeard here, coming at you from Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey neighbor, arg friend. Mr. Telford invited me here today. He told me that you all have been working on coping strategies, and I think that's awesome. Arg. He asked me to come here today because he knows that I am the expert in bubbles, if you couldn't tell by my luxurious beard here. Now, at this point, you might be asking yourself, Captain Bubblebeard, what do bubbles have to do with coping strategies? Well, I'm here to tell you. Rawr. Mr. Telford has taught you some pretty important skills. One of those skills involves deep breathing. I know that you've all learned how to balloon breathe, where you fill up your belly and you imagine that your breath out is filling up a balloon and it's getting bigger. So what I'm going to show you is how we can use bubbles to practice deep breathing, that balloon breathing or bubble breathing, so that when we're having those uncomfortable feelings, we're well practiced and we're ready to use those deep breathing techniques. So before I bring out the bubbles, a very quick refresher on taking deep breaths. We're going to make sure that we want to sit up straight, breathe in very slowly through our nose. You might want to hold it and then breathe very slowly out through your mouth. And remember, we're not trying to fill up our chest with air. We're actually trying to fill up our belly with air. So when we're taking that breath in, our belly should be the one expanding or getting bigger. So if it helps, you can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. I know you can't see my belly. And you can try and practice making it so when you breathe in, your chest hand isn't coming in and out. It's your belly hand, the other one that's coming in and out. Because when your belly is getting bigger, that means you're filling your entire body up with air and you're getting the most oxygen into your body as possible. And that can really help you calm down. Arg. So now that we've remembered how to deep breathe, let me show you what it looks like to practice with bubbles. So I've got my bubble wand here, and I don't know if you guys know this, but there are wrong ways of blowing bubbles. Let's say I am trying to blow a bubble really big and I breathe like this. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Why isn't that working? Well, I'm sure you already know the answer to this, but in order to blow a bubble, you need to breathe out very, very slowly. If you breathe out too quickly, then it's going to just make the bubble disappear and you won't be able to blow any of those bubbles out. So let me try another way. Well, that didn't work either. What the heck? And obviously that one didn't work is because I wasn't using enough breath, right? If I don't have a good deep breath in my body to breathe out, then it's not going to fill up my bubbles with air. So there's got to be a nice medium, and that's why we're practicing with these bubbles now, so that when we're having those uncomfortable feelings, we know, okay, if I want to blow a bubble, I need to take a really slow, deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. So let's try it using that technique. Okay, I've got my bubbles here, but I'm going to take a really deep breath in first. It worked! Arg! That was really cool. So let me try again, see if I can do 2 in a row here. So I'm going to take a really slow, deep breath in. Holy smoly, that was a lot of bubbles. I can make a whole nother beard with that amount of bubbles. Okay, so if you guys can get really good at blowing bubbles so that every time you pull the wand out to blow bubbles, you're creating a lot of bubbles, then that means that you know how to take a good deep breath in and out. So the next time you guys are out blowing bubbles, try and imagine yourself taking a very slow, deep breath in through the nose and making your belly expand. Maybe hold your breath for a second. And then when you're ready to breathe out, make sure you're doing it very slowly and you're using your mouth and you're making as many bubbles as possible with your bubble wand. Well, I hope this was helpful. Get out there, practice deep breathing using bubbles. It's a really fun way to do this. And I hope this was useful for you. Just remember, guys, stay bubbly. Arrgh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.